y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a story that I want to share with you about Pawpaw's executive order to do get out the vote for him and Democrats using federal agencies that tend to service low income poor people, i.e., poor black people specifically. So let's get into the story because um, this case is heading to the Supreme Court. But to me personally, it signifies that this country has basically lost the interest of black people. Black people are no longer interested in voting. And so that is a huge sign that basically black people have checked out of this system. And that's one way that the dominant, it's not so much as about control. Well, it's not about voting. For them, the powers that be, they use voting as a determinant or a metric to determine how engaged we are and how dazed, confused, lost, and turned out black people are. But black people, for the last couple of election cycles, have been waking up. And after Papa told black people, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black, and then turn around and stab them in the back, black people were like, wait a minute. And then not only that, like the Democrats have been so egregiously disrespectful and callous about the black vote, giving everybody things that they never give to us, allowing the immigrants to come over here and basically replace us, put them in our communities, destabilizing our communities, divesting in our communities. And so black people are like, well, what's the point in voting if when we vote, everybody else gets something, then there's no need to vote. So people are getting hip to the benign neglect policy. And so, for the longest time, we didn't know what was happening. Most people just didn't know. Now that people are aware and awake, they are seeing that they have lost control, and we're looking for something else to save us, i.e., the Most High. So they are scrambling because guess what? When we wake up and when we cry out, their rule is over. Judgment is coming. And so they got to try to figure out a way to get a large swath of us to continue to believe in them. And so that is why they are pursuing the welfare vote, basically, or low income vote. But what they don't realize is the poor people more sick of them than we are. Regular folks. Poor people being checked out of the system. So there's no need beating the bottom of the trash can for them because they ain't coming out. You ain't nothing you gonna be able to do for them to get them to come out. Because, whatever they do, it's not gonna impact them. They don't care. So it says a lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of President Biden's voting access executive order will soon make its way to the Supreme Court. And the other thing is, like, we ain't even know nothing about this. So they're really arguing over us, but we don't even know anything about it. In what some experts are calling the most important legal issue heading into the November elections. The Court of Pennsylvania lawmakers sued Biden and several federal agencies over Executive Order 14019 on promoting access to voting, which the president issued in March 2021. The 27 GOP lawmakers of the State Freedom Caucus argued that the order is essentially an executive get out the vote effort targeting key demographics to benefit the president's political party and own reelection, which they argue is unconstitutional, with Congress having never enacted a law that grants such an action from the Oval Office. Last Monday, a judge dismissed the case, finding legislators lacked standing to bring the suit. But the group's attorney says they will do something. They will appeal to the Supreme Court. we think it's really important for Papa to be held accountable. Eric Cardall, attorney for the lawmakers, told Fox News Digital in an interview. For him to violate such a big law when all the little people have to follow the laws, even little laws, it's clear President Biden has issued an executive order without congressional enactments to get himself reelected. It's ridiculous, Cardall said. So basically, Pawpaw's done fixed it where he can't lose. And, I already told y'all we ain't gonna have an election in November. But, they gotta do the theatrics and put the good against evil, this side against the other side. Like, this is all that's happening now. And everything is two sides. So with that said, y'all make sure that you all are keeping abreast of this. The brouhaha is just basically to get us towards the Civil War, but it's also a gauge to see how much Black people still trust white people and how much they believe in the system. So they understand that our fatigue is over it. So we are not feeling nothing. And they are going to pull out all the stops until November. But I don't anticipate we're going to make it to November. I anticipate that things are going to go downhill pretty fast soon. And by the time we get to November, it will be chaotic, super chaotic. In any event, our people need to just be aware that we're being watched. Our behavior is being watched. Our enthusiasm is being watched. What we engage with and what we don't engage with is being watched. And we need to be prepared when they come lashing out, because they're going to lash out at us. So it's just a given. But anyway, they got to go beat the bushes and get Black people, honey, because Black people are not interested in politics no more. And that is a huge sign. So I consider that a sign that people are waking up. So, give our people credit. We always thinking, oh, they just not paying attention. Clearly, they're tired and they're paying attention. We just don't always see eye to eye. So things are getting rough and we're targeted all the time. So just remember, we got to do the best we can to try to teach our people about the tricks and shenanigans. These are just tricks and shenanigans. So open your eyes. Don't fall into any of their traps. All right. This is Marley K. Love y'all. And I'm out.